Hello my gorgeous makeup loving friends, how's it going? I hope you are having a fabulous day and a great start to your weekend. If you don't know me, my name is Teresa. I love all things makeup, beauty and skincare. So that means over here on this channel, every weekend, I talk about the new makeup releases that you and I both want to discuss. So part of that involves you guys tagging me in content, whether it's over on Instagram, TikTok, wherever. So I have to say a massive thank you to everyone who did tag me. I'm showing your names now. As I have said before, I would have no episode without that. So thank you so much. And a massive thank you to my YouTube community members. You are so many layers of fabulous, like a cake, but even more delicious, but not in cannibalistic terms, because that would be weird. I do have a little quick announcement for my YouTube members. I will have a live tomorrow at 1 PM Irish time, and I have a box of goodies that I have accumulated to give away to you guys over the next couple of months. I'm hoping that every YouTube community member will get at least a little something. So I'm going to do the first of the giveaway tomorrow so that essentially we can get something. Anyways, whatever. Let's get into talking about the new makeup releases. This one, I mean, Jesus Christ. Leak. Can you guess who I'm talking about? You don't even need to look at the picture. It's obviously Natasha Denona. This was leaked about 4 weeks ago over on Vinted. It's the Hyper Natural Face Palette. And for some reason, there's a hyphen between high and per, but there you go. Anyways, according to Natasha Denona, it combines the no makeup concept with Natasha's renowned expertise, creating an everyday eye and cheek essential. Infused with hydrating, skin-loving ingredients, this talc-free hybrid face palette showcases 5 eyeshadows perfect for finger application, an ultra soft blush duo, and a multifunctional bronze and contour trio. And it's available right now for €72. I do have a code, whatever, it'll get you money off. Let's discuss this one. I have so many things to say. You know me, I love Natasha Denona. I wouldn't be an affiliate if I didn't. But this one is not for me in any way, shape or form. The first thing I want to talk about is I was over on Reddit and people were really kind of jumping on the whole thing of it saying that it's paraben free. Now, parabens are like a group of preservatives, and for whatever reason they kind of thought that paraben equals all preservatives, but it doesn't equal all preservatives, and they were saying that as such this palette would go off. Now, I actually went through it and I went through the ingredients list. There's at least 3 different preservatives in there. She's talc free, yes, and she's very big on using like alternative ingredients. So I just wanted to make sure that we're not like fear mongering unnecessarily. To be fair now, if you were getting something without preservatives for €72, I'd be like, do not get this. However, in other terms, why I think this is probably not the best idea, I want you to take a little look at your makeup collection. I'll pause, I'll wait for you guys. Do you have eye and face palette? If you do you use them? If no, then this is not for you. You've already proven that you are not going to stick to this. If you haven't got a combined eye and face palette before, and you're saying no, why would you start now? It's unlikely that you'll actually use this. I also just think it's quite strange that all of the eyeshadows are all like this sort of a satiny formula. I don't know how forgiving that is. All of the models that she's used are like really young, so they have no texture like me. So I feel like that wouldn't work very well. Obviously the mattes are things like the contoury shades, which she's tried to really say like, it'll do all skin tones. Natasha, my love, it really won't. I don't even know where to start with that. And she's really tried to press on that because over on the website, they've included lots of beautiful models, like gorgeous models, but they're really not showing that it works on a diversity of skin tones, which of course it's not going to. Doesn't have the depth, and that's fine for one palette. But if you're doing something like this for the love of everything that is good and holy, come out with several different versions so that there's a little bit of inclusivity, because those contours and bronzers are not going to work for a lot of people. Even the shades of the blush is going to look really ashy on deeper skin tones. So I feel like they really missed a trick there. The actual swatches themselves, fine. They look fine. I think that's as much as I can say about them. Like, they're not making me excited. Apparently she has like some new formula in there, which I'm like, okay, I wouldn't mind messing with that. If, however, you liked every single aspect of this, you know that you use face and eyeshadow palettes, this might be for you because like it's good value in the sense that you're getting 5 eyeshadows, you're getting a trio of bronzer contours and like a duo of blush. So that's a lot of product for that money. I'm trying to devil's advocate here. Is this for me? Not even slightly. I think one of the few things that I don't tend to purchase from Natasha Denona are the face palettes, and it's just because I'm 33 years old and I am really getting to know myself. What a journey it has been. And I know now that as much as I try to convince myself, oh, I'll use it for this, I know that I won't. I know that I won't. It'll just sit there and it'll stare at me and I'll stare back at it. And then I'll just be thinking that could have been money that could have gone on bills, because €72, that is a lot of money. And I know there are codes like my code, blah, 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 that gets you money off. But it's still a lot of money. It's grand. I also think it's just very basic, and there's nothing wrong with basic. I mean, Lord knows everyone needs a good basic everyday palette, but the thing is, I have such a huge collection at this point that I don't need any more basic palettes, she said, and she knows she'll get some more, but this one definitely doesn't appeal to me in this particular instance. It's just very, very strange, and just in general, like, Natasha needs to chill out with these effing leaks and marketing, because I am so sick of it. Like I said, I posted about this about 4 weeks ago. The video stayed up for maybe 10 hours and then I had to take it down because I was asked to. So, like, I don't know, it just isn't for me. And when I put it to you guys, 14% of you loved it, 74% said not for me, and 12% said that you never use face palettes. This next one is a sneak peek, and I feel like anyone who has been watching my channel for any period of time has a bit of an idea as to how I feel about this. It was revealed over on Trend Mood, and it looks like Danessa Myricks is coming out with a Groundworks too, and has a lot of like pinky shades in it. And she's also said that there's mauves, but I've noticed a lot of people saying mauve when it's not actually mauve. Like they're talking about like burnt red, and I'm like, that is not a mauve. Mauve is cool toned. Anyways, this is meant to be like the first palette in that it's a multi-use, so you could use it as eyeshadow, as blush, etc. It's obviously not as versatile in terms of colours as the first one. However, they haven't outlined that they've changed any formula. There's a lot of conflicting information on the first Groundworks. Like, I had my own weird experience with it. It wasn't great. Obviously for me, I can only speak for me. And based upon that, I definitely would not get this. Like, if I ended up buying this, it would only be to do a review. And I try not to buy things that I think I mightn't enjoy. A, because that's a waste of money and you're generating landfill, like, let's be real. And B, I don't want to have that level of negativity. I don't like having negative reviews. Like, makeup for me is like a joyful experience, so when it doesn't turn out well, I'm like, oh, this is really upsetting. So this one definitely isn't for me, because I already have an idea as to what the outcome would look like when they haven't changed the formula. I have, of course, also heard that other people loved the first Groundworks, and I'm so delighted that they did. Let's be real, it was super expensive, so you want to make sure that people actually enjoyed what they got. Based on that, this wouldn't be for me. I do think it's a smart idea. I still think like Danessa is really, really strong when it comes to the kind of versatility and the innovation of her products. I think they're so, so smart. And I think there's definitely a place for this if the formula is done right. But for me, maybe it's to do with my skin texture. I don't know. Maybe it was, and I tried it with a couple of different things and it just didn't work. But that's for me. I mean, she's shown it on the model. It looks very pretty, but I will say not very, very pigmented. And that's kind of what I found with the first Groundwork, that it was just like a wash, not even a wash of colour. It was like just barely there. So I kind of wonder about that. For me, it's just a no, unfortunately. All that being said, I do love Danessa's products in general. Like, I have a lot of her like matte foils. I have a chunk of her light works. They are fantastic. But this one isn't for me, and I'm not going to buy it. I don't want to do a negative review and be like, meh, 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 because who wants that? Buy things that you would actually enjoy. When I put it to you guys, 31% of you loved it, 62% said not for me, and 7%, like myself, had issues with the first palette. The rest of these new releases that I'm talking about, I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about because As I'm sure you're aware, my life is a little bit hectic. But this is It's Belle Cosmetics, and this is their Under the Full Moon collection. Now, I really enjoy It's Belle Cosmetics. I actually used to be an affiliate with them, but I think they got rid of their affiliate program, which is fair enough because they're a small indie brand. They have to do what they have to do to try and like keep afloat. I think personally that they are an exceptional indie brand. The quality is fantastic. The price point is great. And this is apparently their take on a cool toned palette with 5 gorgeous shimmers and 7 buttery pigmented mattes. Now I think that's quite interesting because I think where they really excelled were their like shimmery multi-chromes. Like if you look at their Break the Rules palette, oh my god, I love that palette so much that I have a backup. And I feel like they didn't do as well once they started to include mattes. Not that there was anything wrong with the matte, but their cool summer palette didn't do as well. And then they did like their berry palette, which was all mattes, and they sent that to me in PR, and I personally loved it. But I feel like it's very difficult for them to transition from having these fabulous shimmers to now including mattes. So it'll be interesting to see how this will be received. Personally, the colour story for me, I don't love it. I kind of would prefer if those gold shimmers weren't in there. I know that like blue and gold are very, very classic. You know, they go together really, really well. But it just makes me think of Beauty and the Beast. It's all I can think of and I can't unsee it. I just feel like if there were more like khaki colours in there, or maybe even like a really beautiful silver pinky shade in there, that could have been really, really interesting. Like the gold doesn't really make an awful lot of sense for Under the Full Moon. But it's still, it's very, very pretty. Apparently this is launching February 29th at 7 p.m. AST. It's $32, so that's like not bad at all. But I am reading there on their thing that they said that you can use affiliate codes. So I guess they do have an affiliate program going at the moment. I'm just not on it anymore, who knew? And anyways, there's 1 palette per order. They've always been really, really specific on that so that you don't bulk buy things, because their prices are really, really affordable. And let's be real, people have a tendency to like bulk buy things and then something will go out of stock and then people will sell them for a huge profit. So I really appreciate that they're doing that. They are vegan and cruelty free, which I have to say, fantastic. The swatches themselves, they look quite nice. They're super, super pigmented. I absolutely love that bluey toned grey. I think that's very, very pretty. Again, like I said, the gold kind of throws me a little bit. I would have preferred maybe even like a green or something in there, or like maybe like a true navy-ish shade. I don't know, just the gold throws me ever so slightly. It's still absolutely stunning, but in line with this, they are also doing some lip products as well. It's their Under the Full Moon glasses, so there's shade 1, 2 and 3, and they're also going to be available at the same time. They're different shades of kind of red, so one is more like terracotta, one is much more fuchsia, and then one is much more dark leaning, and I have to say they're absolutely stunning. So it looks like they're a liquid lip. I have some bullet lips from them that I really, really enjoy. I think the quality is fantastic. All in all, I think this is quite pretty. I definitely would change a few things, but like in general, like a $32 palette, that is pretty darn nice. I think I just want it like a green or something in there, like a khaki green shimmer. The golds just throw me. I don't know what it is. I just keep thinking of Beauty and the Beast, Tale as Old as Time, and it's just slightly throwing me. But all in all, absolutely fantastic. They're a brilliant brand. I highly, highly recommend them. Their pigments are beautiful. Their lipsticks are beautiful. Just a fantastic brand. The next one, oh my god. Some of the weirdest collabs that have occurred this year have been with nail brands, and insert whatever collaboration here. This time it's Nails.Inc and McDonald's. Yeah, I'm loving it. Well, I'm not really loving this. Actually, to be fair, I don't hate it either. I really enjoy doing my nails. I'm not very good at doing my nails, but I enjoy doing it. But I think this is kind of unusual. If you're going to do a collaboration with any sort of like food thing, I think like nails kind of make sense, because people do weird designs on their nails. You know, they'll have cats, they'll have hamburgers, they'll have whatever. So this kind of makes sense. So there's 4 different aspects to this. There's the Burger Mini Nail Polish and Sticker Duo. It's £8.99. So it comes in this like little burger pack. There's the Fries Nail Polish and Sticker Set. That's again £8.99. They have their Lovin' It Gold Heart Nail Topper. Now remember, that's a nail topper. It's not just like a polish. You're not going to get all glittery chunks of hearts. Keep that in mind. That's £8.99. And then the I Speak French press-on nails for £6.99. And I'll be honest, I really don't get the connection there. So let's talk about the burger one first. They've got the classic red McDonald's colour in there, and then the brown, which I'm assuming is for the hamburger or the burger. I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. I personally don't like McDonald's. I know, isn't that really weird? I'm Irish. We have Supermax, and that is a million times better. The quality of food is so much better. I do think though, like the little stickers are kind of cute. I love nail stickers. Don't think I'd personally do that. Maybe if you're like really into McDonald's, that'd be great. I mean, it's £8.99. So like, it's not going to break the bank, so I'm not against that. The little fries one is kind of cute as well. They have like the little burgers and like the golden art. Oh, they have like the little ice cream ones as well. That's cute. Again, it looks like the classic sort of red in there. I'm a bit confused as to how the 2 of these, they've the burger set and then they have the fries set, and they're both £8.99, but one comes with 2 nail polishes and one comes with 1, and I'm like, what's the price difference there? Does one have more stickers? What's going on? Anyways, the I'm Loving It topper, I mean, that looks kind of cute. I always like these in idea, but in execution they never work very well, because I'm like, I want to get a bunch of the like gold hearts. The reason why I said like, hey, you're only gonna get a little bit is I'm saying this to remind myself, because I will get these and I'm like, oh, they'll look so beautiful on top, but I'll only get like 2 or 3 hearts max. Sometimes I'll put the brush down and no hearts will come off, and I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. I feel like they have way more gel to actual little heart foils in a lot of these things, so I just find them really finicky and annoying, and I'd almost prefer to have like foil hearts that I can just glue on myself. It's easier in a way. Like, this is just effing finicky. It's all right, like it looks okay on the nail, but it just seems like a lot of work to me. I don't understand the I Speak French one. Like, what has that got to do with McDonald's? Like, I get that they're like French tips. I understand that, but why I Speak French? It's really, really weird. And then they have like the little chips, we call them. The Americans call them fries, which, you know, fair enough. Also, my husband calls them fries because they do that in India. They call them fries. I don't know. It's not for me. I love naily bits, but yeah, it's just a bit confusing. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Are you into that one, or are you as confused as me? Then the next thing that we have is Juvia's Place, and they've been doing a lot of releases, or is it just me? Maybe it's just me. This is their Ready Set Sealed setting spray, and it is available right now. It's $18. They say that it's matte ever, so to perfect the skin by reducing pores and skin grain while delivering a mattifying effect. It controls sebum, providing anti-shine effect. So I would assume that this is going to work an awful lot better for those with oily skin. For those of us who have dry skin, hi! I've dried to normal, but I do hydrate quite a bit. This probably wouldn't be for us. Now, apparently there is Silidine, which is extracted from red algae. It provides a calming and anti-redness effect while reducing skin blemishes. There's vitamin C and there's biotin in there as well. So it's available on Juvia's Place and on Ulta Beauty as well. It's not for me. Now, they say that there's like a good mister in it, like that it's a very fine mist, and they've provided a before and after. I don't feel like it looks wildly mattifying, but you also have to remember the way that they've presented this in their before and after is before with no makeup and then after with all the rest of the makeup. So for me, it would make an awful lot more sense if they showed it to me with before the makeup and then after the makeup plus the setting spray. It's just a very, very strange way to actually show it, because they have beautiful highlighter on there. The model, she's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and her skin is perfection. Damn her, she's beautiful. And I love that they've gone for like very minimal makeup, so you can kind of see the skin. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this one just seems a bit strange in the way that they market it, but I'd say this all the time for Juvia's Place. The way that they market their stuff makes no sense. They never have swatches of their eyeshadows, so of course they're not going to do this in a way that makes any sort of sense. I'm okay for setting sprays. I have quite a few that I really enjoy. I don't think I would bother shipping over a setting spray from the States, because that's what that would involve for me at this point. So it's a no from me. Then we have Tarte Cosmetics, and they have their Maracuja Juicy Lip Vinyl. So it seems that they had a very opaque one that was like full pigment, and now they have two extra ones. So there's a sheer and there's a shimmer. They're $26 each. They say that it's a mirror shine balm, gloss and color all in one. It leaves your lips irresistibly juicy. 30% of the formula is infused with wet shine complex. Just 30%. Don't know what happened to the other 70%, but there you go. There's hyaluronic acid. It's vegan and cruelty free. It's available now. Do you know what? I actually think this is really, really damn pretty. They say that there's 3 high shine finishes. Like I said, there's the full coverage one that they kind of had before, but now they have their shimmer and their sheer. I didn't think I'd be the person that would like this. Now, e.l.f. recently came out with their Pout Clout lip balm, which I believe was an attempt to dupe the full coverage one that Tarte has. But oh my god, when I'm looking at particularly the shimmer ones, they look so pretty. Yeah, $26 is a lot, and I hate myself. I'm surprised. I'm surprised at myself. We'll also say like the sheer ones look really pretty as well. Like I love that there's a good level of depth. Can we also just say well done Tarte for actually doing that? Historically, they've been terrible with like considering these particular things. But oh my goodness, like I keep looking at the shimmering ones. Like shimmering coconut is so pretty, and shimmering cinnamon spice. Actually, do you know what? Can I just say I'd like all of the shimmering ones. I think they look so nice. There's something about this that reminds me a little bit of the 2000s. Do you remember how like shimmering balms were like the thing? So this is just reminding me of that, and school discos. What a time to be alive. Of course, in Ireland we'd have school disco in a shed, in an actual barn. It was really weird, but we survived and it's fine. I think these look really nice. I don't know if I'd pay $26 for it though. And Tarte aren't wildly easy to get. I think you can get them on Sephora UK. This is one of those ones that I think I would consider getting if I was getting something from Sephora and just kind of went, F it, I'll pop this in. Do you know what, lads? If you're surprised that this is my reaction, I'm surprised too, because normally Tarte aren't wildly interesting to me. Maybe it's just the fact that there have been lip balms, lip oils everywhere, and just out of the sheer familiarity effect, I'm now like, oh, I'm okay with it. Speaking as a psychologist, that does happen. So I'm like, maybe this is like, you know, a hostage situation where like lip balms have taken me hostage, and now I'm like, oh, I'm okay with these now. But the shimmering ones are so pretty. I do actually genuinely, like I'm looking at them kind of going, and I like the deep sheer ones too. Oh god, I need to stop looking at I do actually think they're very nice. What's happened to me? I do think they're interesting. We do have more lip products, of course we do. This is Milk Makeup. Now this isn't available yet, but it will be coming soon. And I think it's kind of interesting that they're doing that so fresh off of the heels of their jelly kind of balms, where that was the kind of lip and cheek tint. It feels a little bit too soon, like let that be. I mean, that particular product hasn't even launched over here yet. It's not meant to come to Europe, like Ireland, UK, etc. until March. But now they're showing that they're doing this. This is their Kush Hydrating Sheer Tinted Lip Oil. To be fair, now they haven't done anything Kush related in quite some time. That was a really big backbone of their brand for a while. So it's interesting that they're coming back with it. Now this is a tinted lip oil. So obviously it's different to their previous product. But for me, I just feel like with a brand that's as pricey as Milk, it seems like a very quick space between launches. Like they didn't leave a lot of time between them. This is going to be $26 and it looks like there's 6 shades, and there's Green Dragon, which is clear with a sage and peppermint. And by the way, there's a juicy flavor. So if you like those flavors, you may like that. There's Dream Machine, which is a mauve with a guava flavor. Chocolate Cake, which is chocolate brown with cacao flavor. I would hope so. Orange Crush, which is orange with that's right, citrus flavor. Cookie Dough, which has Tahitian vanilla, but gives you a rosy beige shade. And Pink Magic, which is a hot pink with a watermelon flavor. I have to say, I like anything watermelon. I do. I really like watermelon. So I'm not going to get that for $26. Like I'm not absolutely bananas, but like it's all right. We've had so many lip oils. Like when will it end? When will it actually end? It feels like it's just going on forever. and ever and ever. This is apparently a super sheer tint. So I think it's kind of quite funny that they're like, it has a colour to it. And I'm like, but if it's super sheer, you're not even really going to notice it. And I couldn't really find many pictures because I found this over on Trendmood. They don't even have it up on their website at the moment. And you really don't get a lot of colour to it. You really, really don't. It's subtle, to say the least. I don't know. I'm more interested in like the flavours. I'm such a fat bitch. I'm more interested in the flavours than I am in the lip oil. And they're obviously showing you like, you know, the before and the after. And it's like, well, yes, of course it's going to look better because it's an oil. It's going to fill in all those cracks in your lips. It's going to look better. I mean, it's grand. It's fine. But you could get a lip oil for like a fraction of the cost and it's going to be just as good. So for me, it just doesn't make a huge amount of sense. Then we have Lisa Eldridge, and she was sneak peeking or kind of hinting that she was coming out with something, and there were a lot of cats involved. No, I'm not having a fever dream. There was actually cats. She had like loads of like cartoon things of cats, and I was like, I am intrigued because makeup, cats, love that sort of a combination. And I have to say this makes sense. It's their Kitten Lash Mascara and Kitten Flick Eyeliner, obviously for your cat eyeliner. And this is available right now. The mascara is £29 and the eyeliner is £25. So it is expensive, let's be 100% real. Let's talk about the mascara first. So it has quite a nice sort of a curve. It does look like it's going to give you a decent amount of lift. And I mean, look, you know how I feel about mascaras. I have a million of them. I've tried out so many of them and nothing is of interest to me because I have, the technical term is shit lashes. So nothing looks good. I can do curling, I can pray to all of the gods, I can make sacrifices and my lashes will still look ridiculous. I've tried all sorts to get them to grow, to get them to curl, to get them to do anything, but they don't. I don't know. I guess if you've good lashes, you might like this. I mean, they've been good in the sense that they've shown you like a before and after, like one eye has the mascara and the other one doesn't. Now, my one critique on that is, I wish they'd shown us a full before, as in what the eyelashes look like beforehand, because depending upon what side you sleep on, like if you sleep on your left-hand side, you're going to have a lot more eyelash loss over on the left-hand side than you will on the right-hand side. That's just how it is. So the very cynical part of me is kind of going, oh, did they maybe strategically make sure that the shorter eyelashes are on the non-tested one? You know? So I just kind of wish they'd given a full before and after rather than just doing left eye versus right eye. I think that would have made an awful lot more sense. It does look very, very pretty. I think the one that I would be interested in is the eyeliner. That being said, I recently organised all of my eyeliners. Does anyone want to see like a video on that? Do they care? Who cares about that? But I did organise all of them and I think that's been very helpful for me in determining, Teresa, you don't need more eyeliners. Leave them alone. So if I needed more, I'd think about this because I do like that it has a very, very fine tip. I've never bought anything from Lisa Eldridge. I know, isn't that terrible? I've seen a lot of her lipsticks and they have kind of caught my eye and I've gone, and I've thought about them a lot, but I haven't. I think it's pretty. I do. I don't think I need it, but if I was in the market for a new eyeliner, I would definitely consider it. This next one. Oh my God. Can I just say, right, Half Magic Beauty, they had like a big pomp and ceremony when they initially launched, obviously due to the link with Euphoria. And then I feel like they do not get the recognition that they actually deserve at this point, because I actually think the products are really, really good. I have a couple of their glitter liners and I have like their puck highlighter, which my friend Daniela recommended to me and she was alright. But these are some new things. So they are coming out with 2 new glitter pills. So those are the eye paint and liners. They're $22 each. They come in the shades Sweet Prince and Pretty Puddles. And they also have the Magic Drip Lip Gloss and they're $20 each. They come in the shades Problem Child, Y2K Cherub and Chaos Prone. Let's talk about the lip glosses first. That's right, I'm going to talk about those lip glosses. Oh my goodness. I mean, look at them. Just look at them. I can't. I'm so distracted by all the glitter particles in them. Okay, you know how I was like, oh, I really like the Tarte ones. I do, and I do like the Tarte ones, but the Tarte ones are $6 more expensive. I like this more. I think this looks so sexy. The black one, the pink one, the brownie one. I think they are gorgeous. And and they kind of show them then as well in line with their previous ones, which I think is really, really helpful. So shades 2 and 3 are their existing ones, Frosty Bitch and Magic Brownie. So you can see that they're not duping themselves. I love that they've shown it across different skin tones. The pink, I want to talk about that one first. Ah, my goodness. I love the way they've showcased this as well with the dark liner. Absolutely so beautiful. And I love that as well. And they've shown a full face. She of course has a bunch of gems. Of course they do. I love that. I want that. Beauty Bay stock, Half Magic Beauty. So I would assume that this will come to them at some point. I'll be honest with you lads. Do I need this? No. Do I want it? Yes. So I think this will end up in my basket at some point. The brownie one, oh my sweet merciful Jesus. Look at it. Isn't it I think I'd look ridiculous with it, but I also don't care. Can you imagine that over a black lip? I need you to think about it over a black lip, but also if you just had like a brown liner and just went full like 90s and then just put that on top. Ah, sweet merciful Jesus. And then there's this more reddish rusty brown. It's just several shades of perfection. It's glitter. It's glitter. Like that's what gets me. Anything that has like a shimmery, shiny thing, my inner magpie just kind of loses it and kind of goes, oh, okay, Teresa, we'll get that. We'll get that. And I'm like, no, Teresa, we don't need it. But I think it's gorgeous. Then the glitter pill liners. I have a few of these. I have Goblin, which is the green one, and I have Microcosm, which is the 4th shade. It's like a silver, but it has all these sparkles in it. But oh my god, these new ones. It's the shades 1 and 2, which is Sweet Prince, which is the pink one, and Pretty Puddle, which is a much darker kind of grey toned silver. Let's talk about the pink one first. Shut up. And by the way, they are that pigmented. They aren't like a thing of, oh, I'm gonna have to wait for that to dry down, I'll come back, I'll add on more layers. No, they are legit that good. Like I said, I have the green one there. It's, of course I have the green one. Ha! I love it. And then the silvery one. I was kind of looking at it and then I was like, oh, I don't know if I need it because I have, you know, the Microcosm one, but the Microcosm one is much lighter. This is much darker and grungier. It has some beautiful blue flecks in it. Oh, I also just love the general aesthetic of Half Magic Beauty because they have that whole, you know, glittery sparkle, little bit of artistry, you know, graphic liners, which is something that I personally really enjoy as part of a makeup aesthetic. Like that eye looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, but it's so simple to do and it looks fabulous. Yeah. There isn't a single thing out of this launch that I don't want. I want it all. It's terrible. I'm greedy. As you guys might know, I am a massive fan of Dior when it comes to their complexion products. One of my favorites is actually their Undercover foundation, which they have discontinued. How dare they? But they have some new complexion products. This isn't actually a foundation. I thought that they would come out with another foundation at some point to kind of make up for that gap in their line. However, it looks like these are all kind of liquid highlighters. So there's the Dior Forever Glow Starter Filter and there's the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer. So let's talk first about the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. That's available now in 10 shades, which isn't actually that bad because one of the things that has occurred with Dior in the past is they tend to favour the Caucasians. This is true of basically every high-end brand and it is beyond frustrating. This, they say, is a multi-use product. You know I love that sort of thing. It's $54. It's so expensive. It's really, really expensive. Now I will say it looks pretty nice on the models. Like it's definitely one of those like natural, I hate to say lit from within because it's such a fucking cliche at this point, but it does actually look quite nice. They say it blurs the skin for a complexion more radiant than ever. It delivers 24 hours of hydration. Again, it's multi-purpose. I mean, it looks nice. It does look nice. I am glad that they at least have gone to a level of depth. There's obviously, as per usual, like a whole bunch of very, very light shades and then they're like, here's a couple of deeper shades. I think they could have added in maybe 1 or 2 extra deep shades for sure. But the models, they look absolutely gorgeous with it on. Would I pay $54 for that? No, I don't love liquid highlighters. I will say if you really want a highlighter from Dior, if you are dying for one, I don't know why you would be, but get the little compact. Actually, get the 4-pan Dior. Actually, I have that as like part of my giveaway for my YouTube community members. I have one of those. Either get that, the 4-part one, or get the little compact of whatever shade that you want. They are gorgeous. So I know that that's what they're capable of, and like I see this and I'm like, yes, it looks fine, but it isn't giving what I would expect from Dior on something like this. And I also think it's really weird that they have released this and also released the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer. And I'm like, are you expecting us to wear that with this? This is a liquid highlighter. So again, they're saying this is long wear, intense luminous glow, multi-use, and it comes in 6 shades. That is available now for €41. Crazy, crazy expensive. It's again giving you an awful lot of the kind of claims of the previous one, where it's like hydrating your skin for 24 hours, it's ultra fine, it's luminous, etc. I will say though, these are like slightly more interesting in terms of the shades that you've, you know, the pinky tones, the like peachy undertones. And I will say these look that little bit more interesting. Like if you look at how they apply on the face at the before and after, this is much more what I would associate with Dior. So I don't know why they did the other one. Like, what? Get rid of that. Shoo, put it away. Unnecessary. This one is a little bit more interesting and also cheaper. €41. I don't understand what's happening. Like, they're both highlighting. I'm confused. Choose one. Seriously, choose one. I would personally go with the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer. That being said, I'm not going to get it. I'm not. I have 5 million highlighters and I don't need any more. But this is potentially relatively interesting. Yeah. Now we're on to some sneak peeks. It's stuff that we haven't like really seen yet. This is from Klarity Kosmetics. It looks like they're coming out with 3 new palettes. There's the Lost Kingdom, the Return to the Sea, which I'm wondering, is this like a follow-up from their Lost at Sea palette, which I did get, but I didn't love the formula. It just didn't work for me. I think I might have gotten a dud. And the Mermazing palette. Now they had a Mermazing palette before, but they discontinued it. So I'm wondering if they're like kind of adding to that or changing that in some way. Again, I used to be an affiliate with Klarity Kosmetics, but I'm not anymore. I think they've done away with their affiliate program. Who knows? This is the episode where I'm just like, hey, I'm not an affiliate with people. It's grand. Now, I really enjoy Klarity Kosmetics. I like a lot of their formulas. 1 or 2 of the last ones didn't appeal to me as much, but they're still pretty darn good. Their shimmers make me want to weep. They are so good. I generally really like their color story. I do find that they go very, very deep, which makes sense. So for those of us who are very light in complexion, you do have to go in with other palettes, and that's fine, you know. I am for sure intrigued by this, particularly the Lost Kingdom. If that's going to look like how it looks on the outside, brain glitch with purples and greens and blues, yeah, shut up, let me have that. I am definitely intrigued. Then the next thing that we know is coming out, and I feel like this is very, very soon. Like, I just talked about Beauty Bay last week. They came out with their primer, which they don't do that well on makeup items outside of their eyeshadow palette, but they have hinted that there's something coming on the 26th. So keep an eye out. I will obviously let you know when I know. That's right, I'll be disgusting and be like, here's an affiliate link, because I will have affiliate links down below in the description box, because it helps to keep these box lights on. I'm interested. I do think it's a little bit, so I'm interested, but I do think it's a little bit too soon after their Valentine's palette. I think you need a little bit more space. I'm getting old. I just think everything's happening too fast. Time is moving too fast. That being said, if there's some grey tones in there, if there's some taupey bits in there, I am gonna be all over it. I will be kicking you all out of my way so that I can get it. I'm interested. So it does look like it's possibly like a 9-pan palette. Hard to know. Like, they've been very vague on it. Maybe they'll do like what they've done before and have like a 9-pan, a 16-pan, and like the big 30-something pan. Can't even remember how many shades they have in them. I'm for sure intrigued, for sure. And then the very last thing that we're going to talk about is that Bella Hadid, you know, the beautiful human, they're also beautiful. She's launching her own brand. It's called Orebella, Orebella. And that's coming out on the 2nd of May. If she'd waited one day, that would have been on my birthday, but there you go. We don't know exactly what it is that there's going to be involved, but according to Point Click Vibes, by the way, check them out, they're fantastic. They're over on Instagram. They say that we don't know exactly what products will be sold. The file trademark lists fragrances, scented lotions and oils for the body and face, scented shampoos, conditioners and styling creams, air fragrances, reed diffusers and din scents. So it looks like it's not makeup per se, but like wellness and body care, which is fair enough. I mean, everyone has a makeup brand at this point, and I'm in no way jealous. I absolutely am. I love my own brand, but there you go. Anyways, my gorgeous friends, that is it. That is all of the new makeup releases for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I do have my favourite comment right now. This is from EXO Makeup Meharololo. I'm very sorry. I'm trying my best. And they say the new D&G release tells us they're going hard for Gen X and under. They heard about the Sephora kids. Damn right they heard about the Sephora kids. And they're like, these Sephora kids are spending a lot of money. They can buy our weird Dolce & Gabbana palettes. Like, the indoctrination is starting really, really early, for sure. Anyways, my gorgeous friends, that is it. For those of you who are YouTube community members, keep an eye out for the live that is happening tomorrow at 1 PM Irish time. As I said, I have a basket of goodies that I'm going to show you guys and do the first name out of the hat to announce who is the winner on that, so keep a little eye out. But my gorgeous friends, that's it. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Do please like, comment and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell and do please share, because sharing is caring, except of course for STDs, in which case just wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.